The Crossover with Marlon and Armon is brought to you by Western States Plumbing and AC.
You're now tuned in to The Crossover with Marlon Jones and Armon Williams.
Hold up, you're teaming up a Sun Devil and a Wildcat? Who came up with that brilliant idea?
The Crossover on KDUS AM 1060.
All right, welcome to The Crossover, Marlon and Armon Williams. Marlon Jones, Armon Williams, KDUS 1060. My name is Armon, but I go by The Hammer. My partner is Marlon Jones. He goes by Big Showtime. We appreciate you joining us today at The Crossover 1060. Today, we're on location. We're here at the Augusta Ranch Golf Club out here in Mesa. I'm here with Big Pimpin'. Big Pimpin', how you doing today, man?
Doing good. Yeah, we're out here at Scratch, the little 19th hole bar restaurant that's on the beautiful Augusta Ranch Golf Course out here in Mesa. Beautiful day out here. I should have brought my clubs with me, but you know.
You forgot your club? Left the club?
Actually, I think they're in my truck. They stay in my truck.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have to hit a few after.
Yeah. It's a beautiful day out here, man. It really is. See the golfers out here early.
Oh,
getting in the swing, of course.
Yeah, you gotta have a tee time about 5:30 or 6 if you wanna beat the heat.
Yeah. Well, and we had a pretty interesting evening last night. We were guests at the GCU men's basketball practice, or I guess it wasn't an official practice. It was a kind of workout, but we had an opportunity to go down there, so I want to give a shout out to GCU.
Yeah, that was a great opportunity, and actually, Dr. Amanda hooked that up for us.
Yeah, Dr. Amanda Jones. No relation to Marlon.
No relation to Marlon, but yeah, it was a first-class event. You know, we got a chance to go down to Grand Canyon University, and we saw the new Jerry Colangelo Museum that they remodeled, and it's a beautiful facility. And then we went to their basketball facility, the practice facility with the squad, and got to meet the players, the coaches, got to have dinner with Coach Drew for a little bit.
Yeah.
Talk his ear off a little bit with some other VIP guests. And,
absolutely. Hopefully we have him as a guest down the road.
Yeah, it was
GCU basketball.
Yeah, but that was a wonderful first class event. It
really was. So shout out to them. Shout out to Craig. That helped
Craig
facilitate the whole thing, and he was very hospitable to us, and made sure that we were comfortable, and it was a really fun time, man. I've definitely got to go and check out some GCU games this season.
Oh man,
without a doubt, men's and women's, man.
Yeah, and from what we saw, man, Coach Drew has got a nice little something he's working with with the program. I mean that.
Like you say, this is not your grandparents, not your parents' GCU.
No, they've got the right amount of bigs, smalls, either small forwards or guards. They've got everything, and they look good. And like you said, it's kind of an unofficial workout, and but they look good.
Yeah, they did. And we'll go ahead and get into the show. Just wanted to give a quick shout out to GCU, but let's get into some opening buzz for you guys.
And now it's time for the opening buzz.
Alec Thomas drives it to right field. Morrell backing up, and it's gone! Alec Thomas with a 3-run homer, and it's 6-0 Diamondbacks. Well, Bob, we were talking about just the way Justin Steele looks. He looks like a guy that might be prone to a location mistake, getting worn out.
Yeah, that was Alec Thomas that hit a 3-run home run last night. We haven't talked about the Arizona Diamondbacks in a while, so I thought we'd go ahead and touch in on it because the Diamondbacks they're still fighting for contention to try to make a wild card spot. They're currently just outside of the playoff spot, but they got a big win against the Chicago Cubs last night. They were able to go ahead and hold them off 6-4, but that was Alec Thomas that hit that 3-run home run that really kind of opened it up for them, gave them enough cushion to hold off the Cubs as they came on late, but they fell a little bit short, 6-4. So it was a big win for the Diamondbacks because the previous series they had a stinker against the New York Mets. They went up there to New York and they lost 3 out of 4. So they lost a lot of ground and they fell out of they fell out of a playoff slot. So they're trying to fight their way back. For whatever reason, Marlon, they seem to have the number. They seem to have the Cubs' number.
Yeah, they have, and that's good too because the Cubs have been playing well. Bellinger's been on a tear, and he's looking like his 2019 form, and good for the Diamondbacks. Like for them to still be in contention is excellent for them. So good for them.
Yeah, they absolutely needed last night's game. Now they got a couple more against the Cubs. It's important. I'd say it's imperative for them to try to definitely win the series and sweep the series. They can, because they got the Cubs the next two games. They can creep up on the Cubs. They can go ahead and disrupt the Cubs, their momentum towards the playoffs. But then after this series, they got two against the San Francisco Giants. It's going to be a pivotal series because they need to try to win that series. They can, because right now the Giants and the Diamondbacks head-to-head, they're tied up. So they have equal numbers of wins and losses between each other. San Francisco right now is just slightly ahead of the Diamondbacks.
Okay.
And we were talking about records. I was telling you a couple weeks ago about how if they wind up in a tie with, say, somebody like the Cincinnati Reds, and they're both fighting for that third slot, or they're tied for third, the Reds would get that. They would get in. They would not, because they won 5 out of 8 games against the Diamondbacks. The Diamondbacks won 3 the last time that they played, but they weren't able to go ahead and get that 4-game sweep the way that the Cincinnati Reds were able to when it was in Cincinnati, when that series in Cincinnati a little bit earlier this season. So it's important that they can get ahead of the San Francisco Giants. So they'll need those 2 games against the Giants. But in addition to that, after the Giants series, then they go to New York. They travel back to New York. They'll face the Yankees for 3. Then they have the Chicago White Sox for 3. The Chicago White Sox are horrible, so they should definitely win that series. Try to sweep.
You think so?
Yep. Yeah, the Chi Sox got one of the worst records in Major League Baseball. But they finished the last 2 games of the season. They got the Houston Astros at Chase Field. And right now, the Houston Astros, they're battling for that division in the AL West, and that's a tough division. You got the Seattle Mariners, you got the Texas Rangers, and them. So don't expect the Houston Astros to play patty cake those last 2 games of the series. They're going to probably be. You might see Verlander. That's what I'm trying to say. You probably see Verlander on the mound.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So it's going to be yeah. So other than that, we got a good show. We got a good lineup. We got a lot of stuff that we're going to be talking about today. Coming up next, we'll go ahead and we'll preview the upcoming matchup between the Cardinals and the Giants this Sunday at State Farm Stadium in Glendale. Of course, the Cardinals are coming off a loss to the Washington Commanders, and the Giants, they got stomped by the Dallas Cowboys last weekend. So that's going to be an interesting matchup this weekend. Something's got to give. So we'll talk about that, and we got a lot of other things to get into today. But you're listening to The Crossover. You're tuned into The Crossover. And please, guys, be sure to subscribe to our Facebook and our YouTube channel. We're at The Crossover 1060. Once again, that's at The Crossover 1060. Once again, my name's Armon Williams, Marlon Jones. We're here live right now at the Augusta Ranch Golf Club. So come on and check us out. Until then, stay tuned. We'll be right back, folks.